I come from a moderately musical family. My grandpa built violins from hand carving them by hand, and I have various aunts and uncles and cousins that performed in churches and bands, and one even that plays with a symphony. So it was my kismet that my mother would sign me up for piano lessons when I was a kid. And I was excited about this until I discovered it meant that I had to practice for several hours a week. That would interfere heavily with my hobbies of fishing and doing nothing. So she signed me up for piano lessons with her friend Lois. And Lois eventually gave up piano lessons a couple of years later to concentrate on drinking heavily. But I'm sure that was coincidental. Mom's next desperate move was guitar lessons with Sister Dominica, my only acquaintance with a nun. That was also how much I practiced. After a fruitless year, Sister Dominica suggested I trade in the guitar for something that more closely resembled my musical ability. And that is how I ended up with a ukulele. Since a ukulele only has 4 strings instead of 6 on a guitar, she figured that would increase my odds of getting the correct notes by 33%. And I'd never have to use both of my left thumbs at the same time. Isn't that beautiful? You know what perfect pitch is on a ukulele? When you can throw it in the dumpster the first try without hitting the rim. What's the difference between a ukulele and a trampoline? People take off their shoes to jump on a trampoline. What's the difference between a ukulele and an onion? Nobody cries when they cut up a ukulele. What do you call a ukulele player with half a brain? Overqualified. Now you're probably all thinking that all I'm going to do is tell jokes about this ukulele. I'm sorry to dash your hopes. No, I've been planning to sing you a lovely, melodious spring ballad. But they don't write those for ukulele, so I'll sing this song instead. Jane, it usually doesn't come down to this. Now I know that Toastmasters is all about speaking and not singing, so I might be breaking the rules a little here, but not by much. At best, you could accuse me of speaking out of tune. Spring is here, spring is here. Life is Skittles and life is beer. I think the loveliest time of the year is the spring. I do, don't you? Of course you do. But there's one thing that makes spring complete for me and makes every Sunday a treat for me. All the world is in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. When they see us coming, the birdies all try and hide. But they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide. The sun's shining bright, everything seems all right when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We've gained notoriety and caused much anxiety in the Audubon Society with our games. They call it impiety and lack of propriety and quite a variety of unpleasant names. But it's not against any religion to want to dispose of a pigeon. So if Sunday you're free, why don't you come with me and we'll poison the pigeons in the park. And maybe we'll do in a squirrel or two as we poison the pigeons in the park. We'll murder them all amid laughter and merriment, except for the few we take home to experiment. My pulse will be quickening with each drop of strychnine we feed to a pigeon. It just takes a smidgen to poison a pigeon in the